Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. Today's message is pretty simple and pretty clear, and it's to stay optimistic, positive, and forward moving within your mannerisms, your mindsets, your motivation, even your determination. Sometimes we need to remember, enhance, and perfect the optimism that we carry within, because there are everyday mundane, routine, life draining situations that can occur, that can pop up out of nowhere. It's not to deter you, it's not to make you not optimistic about your path or your plan or your future, but it's to give you the ability to continue to hold on to the desire and the ability to keep your mindset positive, upbeat, and pure, meaning that you don't allow the low, dense, or negative energies that could come with discouragement or outright lies or manipulation through second or even third different contacts. Because keep in mind, there are a lot of different energies that separate one from the other. And it's not that distance or time put them there. It's that this is a planet or a place that has a multitude of consciousness in every form, from low dense like a rock to high and vibrational like the wind or the tones that are carried through the wavelengths, right? You can't be heavy and dense if you're going to be, sailing through the atmosphere, right? So when you look at different situations and understand that it's not just one or two energies that could be infiltrating or showing their willingness to grab, to switch your mindset into a position that they rather see, not one that you know intuitively that you should hold, embrace, and cultivate. And when we hold on to optimism in a positive form, then it leaves doors open for the universe to use those same high vibrating energy fields to carry encouragement and love and guidance to you, that it flows easily and effortlessly through the distraction or the distortion and makes it to your higher energy realms, your higher consciousness, your intuition, your spirit team, to show you in a manner in which you could understand exactly the kind of encouragement and support that is being gifted to you. It's just whether or not you recognize, remember, realize, resonate with, and allow to provide life into the path that you're walking, knowing that you're relying on your optimism and your clear intent to propel you into a position that is only meant for you. So if the world starts throwing different situations your way, take a step back and remember everything that brings you joy, that makes you happy, and then try to straighten out that chaos, that disruption, that distortion, by reminding your inner self that you are aware and that you do perceive that you could shift your mindset to allow growth and elevation to enter, to help you continue your optimism or the frame of mind that you keep when you realize that there's nothing holding you down, that the excitement is all for you to discover and to place into a position within your existence that works well for you. Sounds a little bit complicated, but it's actually not. I say things in a wide variety of meanings, if you will, not to leave one energy forgotten or left to the side, but to encourage and incorporate all the energy that's around me, that's around you, that's within the air frequencies, like the sound waves, right? That all the tones and the rhythms and the pitches of positive forward motion, encouragement, and self-belief, and definitely optimism, because we're looking to achieve the better points out of every lesson that we engage with. And not all of them are going to be like happy and fun, but that doesn't mean that there's not wisdom or knowledge to be gained, because there always is. And when you look at your glass half full and not half empty, then you would have walked over to the side of optimism, knowing that there's value in every lesson, and that our discernment, our clear intent, and our clarity to ascend, to respond with the awareness that we're receiving, right? All these questions that are coming up and, left without a good answer or a reasonable answer or even a truthful answer, then you would have realized that the optimism that you hold inside is really a tool of value and of asset to keep you balanced and well-rounded and harmonized within every endeavor and every task. So don't ever look at that glass half empty, because that glass is half full and it's halfway to your potential. Because when you can see, when you can remember, when you can resonate with the possibilities of the unseen that you have not yet discovered, then that makes sense that your glass is half full. Because this way it gives you more room to pack your tools, your insights, your wisdom, and your knowledge. This way, your glass will never be empty, because there'll always be light and love and positivity that fills your glass so that you can continue to pour and to nurture and to enhance not only your life, but everybody's life around you too, no matter what type of consciousness that life may have, whether it be a rock, a tree, a piece of metal, if you will. They all work hand in hand with us. And when we work hand in hand with them, then we have increased our optimism by allowing the universe to fill in and to support with us with all of the tools that were gifted to us by our mindset, by the environment, by where we live, the planet that we live on. Because the planet never looks at things, half empty. Because the planet is always half full. And with life and living and blossoming and blooming, that's where the root system digs down deep and expands. Nothing halfway done there. And that's where the greenery of the growth pierces the land and follows the sun and enhances its growth. There's no limit there. So when you look at what you have around you and you are happy and optimistic and look toward the support within your environment, it puts you in a higher position, more easily able to navigate the roads still unseen or not yet charted, to be the trailblazer, the risk taker, the one who holds sovereignty through wholeness and fullness, understanding that optimism is a tool that encourages, not deflates. So as you encourage your energy in an optimistic way, I am adding added benefit your way to give you more strength, more stability, and more ability to rely on all the pieces that make you, you. My lovely collective, no matter where you find yourself today, you are always within the pattern of choice that you choose to hold. So what pattern are you going to embrace? Are you going to rely on the optimism, or are you going to fall into a pessimist type of attitude, state, being? I hope not. And if you find yourself slipping, then by all means, reach out. Because together, we could certainly eliminate whatever slide that could be coming your way, and instead give you a staircase of knowledge, wisdom, and upward elevation to free you from the darkness that could be trying to swallow you by having you choose the negative side of optimism instead of embracing everything that optimism stands for. By being inquisitive, adventurous, excited to live, to learn, to forge. Wherever you may find yourself, I am always sending out loving light and positive forward movement. Your capabilities are endless. Your worth is bountiful. It's just up on the top of the charts. Because when we look toward ourselves in an optimistic way, then we have just raised our vibration just another step along the journey, the climb to our higher elevations, to our higher self, that much closer to the true divine, out of this dense, disruptive place, and allowing the love and the life that optimism brings to remove the veil, the cloud, to allow us to be able to live and to thrive the way we were always meant to, without the veil of illusion, whether it be literally dumped in our atmosphere, poisoning us from the inside out, from the outside in, harming the lands, all for what? So that we could change our view, that we could engage in, lower dense energy. Well, that's not the road that we chose. That's not the road that I chose, and I know that's not the road that you chose. You didn't come here so that you could be manipulated. You certainly didn't reincarnate here so that you could be played with, toyed, or abused. So when the time comes And it's your choice. How are you going to look at your glass? Is your glass half empty? Or do you stand with me and your glass is half full of possibilities? And then it's for us to continue the motivation through optimism to fill that glass the rest of the way. My lovely collective, wherever you may find yourself today, I am offering you the best through every endeavor, that no matter what befalls, that you find the value and that you release the burden, that you hold on to the positive, loving, optimistical side. Yeah, optimistical. Meaning that you are magical. Did you realize? I'm sure you did. We're all magical. Because we're energy. And we're in human form. We've got flesh and bones surrounding and protecting our inner electric field that extends outward, that gives us more positive connections with positive energy. So make sure that your connections are going toward the positive and not the negative, because you certainly don't want to go backwards. There's no room for that. So let's all carry forward in love and light, in interconnectivity and unity for all. Love and light, peace and joy.